Hello, welcome in. Get out the cold. Remember, shoes off at the front door. Get some snacks and come take a seat. And join us here in the Music Shack with both
Ray.
and Jack. And we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're going to be focusing this episode on talking about The Good Witch Deluxe. Obviously, 1989. Taylor's version came out this week as well, which is a very big thing for both of us as well. So we made the decision. We did a reaction video to 1989 Taylor's version. So if you haven't seen that, head to our YouTube channel. We talk a lot about the album there. We will be doing a full breakdown of 1989. That will be in the podcast next week. So stay tuned for that as well. But this is going to be a full breakdown of The Good Witch Deluxe. And if you want our very first reactions to 1989 Taylor's versions, that is in our YouTube video that we posted a few days ago or the day after 1989 came out. So yeah, that's fun.
We waited for maybe 8 hours or more to hear the vault tracks.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tedious task, but we done it in. They're very fun, but if you want to actually do hear kind of a process after we hear it for the first time, then go watch that. But today, even though they shared the same release date, today is about The Good Witch Deluxe.
Yay! We're letting Maisie have her moment, which she deserves.
True, so true.
So, okay. I guess I want to talk about overall these 6 songs. There were 6 songs added to the album, and overall how they fit in with The Good Witch itself.
Yeah.
And something that I found, I mean, Maisie said this in her Twitter Q&A about the album as well. There is something interesting about these tracks that, in my head, when we talked about The Good Witch, we went through this a lot, but how The Good Witch felt like a complete album. Like, as a body of work, it felt like it told a story and it was cohesive from front to back, right? And it felt complete.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, do we need a deluxe? Like, what are these deluxe songs? I was kind of like, what are these deluxe songs going to be? Are they going to be bits of the story that we missed? Are they going to be completely different songs that Maisie just wants to show us? And I think it was more of the latter. It was just songs that Maisie wanted to share with us, and a deluxe version of the album was the form that the labeler she chose to do that. I don't know, Jack. What do you think about these 6 songs as a whole?
They're very different. I think there's something for everybody. No matter what type of style you're into, there is something for everybody. And there's I'm really just proud of her because one of the songs that is part of the deluxe was obviously part of that whole wide reception from Twitter, and she could have been okay, well, I'm not releasing it or whatever, but it's she's fully embraced it and it's released, and everybody and a lot of people
it.
Yeah, and it's I've not heard anything bad. I don't think I've heard anything bad about any of the songs. I think there's definitely people with their favorites, but
I think that's normal though. But I haven't heard people being like, oh my god, this song is so bad, which is good. I mean, you don't want that in any album, and I have my favorites too, but I think overall all of these songs are incredible. And if you made it this far in the podcast, you probably are interested in hearing our thoughts on Maisie, so you're not gonna hate me for this. But I have personally been listening to the Good Witch Deluxe track more than I've been listening to the 1989 Taylor's version, because there's just something about these songs that are literally addicting, just to listen to. The sound in them, I just love it.
Yeah. I've been because we were waiting so long to listen to the vault tracks, the Good Witch released at midnight for everybody, so when midnight hit, we I think I listened to it until maybe I think 3 a.m. So it was just kind of on loop, and then in the morning I listened to 1989 just without the full tracks, and for the first time, and I think I'd maybe listened to it another once, and then it was literally it's just been a Good Witch since. I've been listening to the vault tracks after we listened to them, but there's certain vault tracks where on 1989 where I'm oh yeah, I love this and I'm going to repeat to listen to this, and I love all of them, but there's ones where I keep going back and repeating it, But I feel like with with the Good Witch Deluxe, like every song gives that energy. So it's been so easy to like kind of listen to them on repeat, and you forget how long you've been listening to them. Like I feel like you just literally have them looping, and you're like, how many times have I actually listened to this? Yeah.
I know. That's what happens with like good like music like that. It just, oh my god.
Get lost.
But yeah, I think overall they're good. I will note, like I said before, like these songs were all written at very different times in Maisie's life. Like some of them were written in 2022, like, you know, part of while she was working on The Good Witch, so they were like rejects on the album kind of thing. Some of them were written in like 2021 time, so like while she was writing for like, you know, just to write, and they ended up on the deluxe because Maisie said, like, you know, these are songs that, like, you know, sometimes not songs don't necessarily, what she said was like sometimes songs don't necessarily fit in like a body of work like an album, but she still wants you know, her fans to hear them because she's proud of those songs. And so she, like, to pick songs on the album, those that were going to be on the deluxe, that's kind of what she chose, you know, songs that she wanted to share with us that maybe didn't necessarily feel like they felt like a cohesive piece of an album, but could be still part of the Good Witch era of her life, and wanted to share them with us, which I think is a perfect way to go about, like, choosing songs to be on a deluxe version of an album, because we talked about this when Gracie released the Good Riddance Deluxe. It felt like she had like an album and then she just took the last 4 tracks off of it and then made it a deluxe as like a label thing because they wanted a deluxe. And then the deluxe actually feels like the complete body of work. Whereas with this, the Good Witch itself feels like the complete body of work, and this feels like a little bit extra, you know?
Yeah,
and I like that. That's what deluxe should be.
It sort of feels like an encore. I think after you finish History of the Man, you're like wow, okay, like how can anything like top that? It all kind of calms down, and you jump straight into Holy Revival, and it's like
that's like literal whiplash too.
Yeah, like it's just like it somehow feels like so 180, but it also fits extremely well. And I think you're right in saying like The Good Witch did feel like a complete work of like a body of art, and it doesn't lose that with the deluxe. It's sort of just like it's like, oh, there's this complete body of work, but there's also like these songs that somehow fit really well with it, and also provide like a full body of work depending how you listen to it.
For sure.
And it's hard to do. Like a lot of artists, like we were talking about Good Riddance, like we love Good Riddance and we love Good Riddance Deluxe, but once we kind of got the deluxe tracks, it did feel like that the original was like lacking something in terms of like just the tracks that we knew that fit better with them on it. But no, it's like, I mean, we know how amazing Maisie is with everything she does, but this is just,
and 6 songs is a lot to get on the deluxe. So
bringing up to 21 in total.
Literally, we are so blessed. But yeah, should we get into talking about the first track?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the first track is Holy Revival. I love this song. It's the song that had the verse which went viral and people were hating on her. And if you go back to the podcast where we talked about it, I literally said this exact thing. There's going to be like a hit it feels like it's building up to something, and there's going to be a hit in the beat right after. And it's going to like go off in the chorus. And I was so right, because that's literally what happened. Like, I just think the choice of clip for this song that they chose to put on TikTok was bad, which is why it got that. But overall, the song is like so freaking good. Jack, what do you think about this song?
No, part of me thinks now that the clip they put on TikTok was marketing. I think there's like ways of obviously that you can market something, and I think that was the whole, oh, let's put something that is so out of context, so different from Maisie's discography, without like any surrounding pre-consistent idea of like what the song sounds like. Let's just chuck it up, and if it blows up, it'll blow up for the wrong reasons, but then that will reach it further because people love to hate, and people love, like, hate reaches further than like love half the time. So like,
Yeah.
if this was done market in a marketing way, then props to the marketing team. If not, then just an unlucky clip to choose. But this is probably one of my favorites. In fact, this is my favorite off the deluxe, I think. And it's not the one I thought it was going to be, because I thought the song was going to be my favorite. So I was wrong. I'm so bad at choosing tracks, apparently. But the Holy Revival, yeah, the hit, just the lyrics, just the it's just fun. It's like completely
so
different,
fun.
and it's just different in a good way. And it's just like all of her fans and everybody seemed to be really embracing it. I think there was a show where she had asked like when she performed it on the tour happening right now. I think she asked. I think I seen a clip of her asking like the fans if the cowbell was too much, but like everybody was like, no, like you know what, like, as a fandom, the cowbell is here to stay, and I'm so here
love
for it.
it. I love the song. I like, as a cohesive like song, it's beautiful. And speaking of like live, like Maisie played this live in Manchester and also in Belfast, and like there's videos of it on YouTube if you want. Like, personally, the live version of this song is better than the studio version, just because like it with like the live band element is like incredible to listen to. So if you want that, I think the one part that I was kind of like meh was like verse 2, was just like, I bet you're all wondering who Andrew is.
Okay.
And that's really not important. Stay with me here. Like, it's like it felt like that. It was just like filler, you know, like.
That's so funny, because I think that was like one of my favorite parts of the song. I think you have
so funny.
The wind down, and this like kind of takes you back into the narrative, and then it pushes you back into the pre-chorus, and it's like back into.
I love it. That's I do like the vibe. I was just like, okay.
No, it's like yeah,
these
no,
lyrics are
yeah.
just like, okay. But like, oh my god, the chorus is so good. I'm like, we need to start like a TikTok trend of like, last year I had to focus on survival, and you post like stuff about you being in like crying last year, and then like happy videos like, now I'm in my holy revival. That would be a slay.
I think you need to make your TikTok debut.
No, I don't have any videos like that, Jack. I like literally don't.
I could probably find a couple of me, to be fair. I'm sure. Just go recreate them, you know. Just get that TikTok.
Also, like the breakdown at the end where it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I like that, and I feel like that would be so fun live. Oh, I'm so sad that I'm not seeing Maisie again this year, and she probably won't play this live after the Good Witch tour, because like that would be so fun live.
No, I maybe at the end of this we'll talk about what ones she will continue on to like another set list, but this, I don't know, this gives a very, like, as you said, like the live version is like probably the better version over the studio version. So I don't know, this could be something that we see again on the set list. And we know Maisie's very like likes to keep the set list quite current. So I don't know, we might see it depending on the vibe of.
I think for the UK tour, she's been some nights she's not been doing any deluxe songs, but now that deluxe is, and then some nights she has been doing like one deluxe song, and now that deluxe is out, I think that she's still gonna do like one deluxe song every night, whatever that song may be, and then maybe at Wembley she'll do more, because you know it's Wembley.
We lost so hard being first night, and not even just being first night, but just like being before the album and everything. And a lot of the snippets came out, but I mean, we'd had a good night. I think first night was good because you get the energy of first night, even if you don't hear any of the deluxe songs. But just to hear this live for the first time would have been so fun, because then people were like, oh, you know what, it's actually not that, like, it's not, we shouldn't have hated it that much, because it's not bad. It's not like a bad song. It was just completely
it's
out of
so
context.
good. Yeah, but I think like maybe in like the European leg or the Australian leg she'll like do something more consistent, so we'll see what happens. But that is Holy Revival. Yeah, was good. I liked it.
What's next? We have Yoko.
Yoko, which is I mentioned this in our 1989 video, but this is a song that Maisie has been like teasing for a while, or like posted on her TikTok a really long time ago. And fans have been like obsessed with that snippet, which was the first one, and we're finally getting it, which is really exciting. This song is absolutely beautiful. Like the lyrics and everything, it just like, oh my god, like it's crazy. It's I love how she's using like the Beatles and Yoko Ono as like this huge metaphor throughout the entire song. Like it just proves how good of a songwriter Maisie is, that you could do something like that. Yeah, I love it.
That's literally my comment about it, is just how you can have a song that shields itself as something else just like on the outside, when it's like such a like a heart-wrenching song in terms of like the topic, right? It's like how like Maisie like left like leaving a relationship that you like don't really want to leave. Like it's
not easy.
Like and it's like being the kind of the bad one in terms of like obviously kind of being misunderstood for like why you done that certain thing, and it's such a, and like it does come into like show how good of a songwriter she is, like that you can mask it as something like this and have so much context towards it, but you still like coming into it you'd be able to tell what this song was about, because it's obviously not, Maisie's not just making a song about the Beatles. Like that's not that like nobody would
not
expect
about
that. Like it's
yeah,
like you coming into it you'd be like, okay, well this is obviously referencing something, and it does really well. Like you can read through it so easily, but at the same time it's
like if you
don't
understand like the Yoko Ono and the Beatles references, you can read the song and still get what she's trying to say. And if you do understand, you get it that much more, and that's how you do a good metaphor, right? Like I think this is like some of her best songwriting on this song. Like it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so good.
The ad-libs in this as well are really fun. Just the whole like vibe, like this is again completely different to Holy Revival, but it's like she went from one end to another end, and it's still absolutely amazing. And it's like that whole like the way Maisie can do that is I like, there's some people that like don't understand how good she is, and I just like, I don't know why or how, but like see if I could meet them and just be like, look, just go and like actually understand her discography and like what she does to these like lyrics, and like how she like kind of does everything in a certain way, and like and this is like, she's still so young as well. Like there's still so much like she has to learn and grow, like, and it's like, it's just honestly,
and she didn't like, this song is like, you know, it's not even like something that she wrote recently. It's something that she wrote like 2 years ago. So it's like she's grown a lot since then in her songwriting, and still, it just, I don't know, the song is incredible.
Like the fact that this was written like even like 2 years ago, and it's still this good, and the stuff we get today is still as amazing as well. But like, it's, I don't know, it's just cool to see sometimes when they do these deluxe tracks and how long they've had these tracks for, just to see like, you can usually tell like the difference of when they've been written to like the newer stuff, because that's like the stuff on the album, and you'll be able to see like the difference between the writing and stuff. But I think like with Maisie, like it's literally just like from one like high to another high. It's like she's just constantly getting better and better. So it's like we're on it. I just can't wait to see where she will be in like in a couple of years and stuff. But like this is the stuff she's coming out with now, and I don't know. It's just another song that is really, there's so many layers to it, and it's just fun. Like it's a good song, and like the vibe of it is fun as well. Like I keep saying fun. Fun's my describer word, but fun means good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was Yoko. It's absolutely, you guys should listen to it if you haven't. It's so good. The next song is called The Song, which, and this song is okay. I like the premise of the song is like she's talking about this guy who she's trying to get over, and she's like repeating all the shitty things that he's done, or the shitty things that he's like and being like, well, by the time I write this song and like process all this, I'm gonna be over you. And I love that as a concept. It's like, this song isn't even that long. Like, it's not a long song. I think it's like, I don't know how long it is. But I think it's like 2.5 minutes or something.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
So, like, the fact that it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds, it's like, you're such an asshole. It's only going to take me 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get over you. And by the time this song is over, well, you're going to be in love with me. You're going to want me the minute I don't want you, which is what she says in the last line of the bridge. You're going to want me the minute I'm done with the end of the song.
And then to end it, obviously to end the chorus with "Now I'm gonna fall out of love" by the end of the song, it's like the constant reminder that like time's running out, and I mean it's not a long time. It is literally 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So it's
it's funny.
Is this a like other layer thing? It's just crazy. I don't know. We're blessed with like the writing in it.
One thing about sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say the one thing about the production in the song, I really like it, but the bridge, like for me, it was very noisy. Like the guitar was a little bit too loud. Like I felt like I could barely hear Maisie. But otherwise, yeah, I like it. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I get what you mean with that. I wonder if they'll, I don't know. Sometimes they not recall, but they like silently switch stuff out, so I don't know if that would be something that other people have said and they'd end up switching out. But no, I mean, this is like my song of like that I chose originally, like when we were doing the pick, and it's still like an amazing song, because I think going into like a song called The Song has to be like the best song, and like that was my whole reasoning towards it. But like it now makes more sense as well with the lyrics, because it's like, oh, this is the song to like end us. Like by the time like I write this song, like that is over, and then obviously this song being like that song that like this song is about, it makes like sense with like what the song is about. God, I said song like 5 times in 2 seconds. But yeah, the I think the only thing that's I'd have to say is probably just like what you've brought up is just the bridge thing, and the lyrics are like really good. It's sort of again like a different way of addressing this topic, and it's like completely different vibe again. Not so much sense, and like it's still quite like the same vibe, but it's a different like topic.
It's very poppy, like it's really poppy, and it almost sounds like it could fit on. I feel like it's still more of a Good Witch song, but anyway, we'll get to that later. I really like the lyrics where she's like, one thing I haven't gone over is like one thing since I was 17 with a stoner and his nose ring, and I was like, that's incredible. A thing to start this song and say, I've never gotten over anything, like I am a bitter person, and then be like, well, you were such an asshole that doesn't even matter, that I can't get over anything because I'm gonna get over you in such a short amount of time.
Like obviously she never really says who these songs are about except Andrew. So it's like I'm sure people that have songs written about them know these songs are written about them. But
100%.
It's like just listening to the song, you'd be like, okay, well that's 2 minutes and 25 seconds, Julie. That. But no, again, like just it's just like the whole different layers to it, the length, the meaning, the title, like, everything's so good. God, I just feel like we're being overwhelmingly being positive, but it is. I think that just speaks for how like good the deluxe is. Yeah, like we're not just being like fans or like not saying any negatives. Like, I mean, the bridge was mentioned as a negative. Like, there is negatives, like, for sure, to things, and if there is, then we'll bring them up. But there's honestly just not been too much of a fault with any of these. We've been very blessed with, like, the music that we've got from this deluxe.
I completely agree. So the next song is Guy on a Horse, which Maisie said was very Barbie coded, and I agree. It is very Barbie coded.
You know what else is coded?
What?
See, when I see the name Guy on a Horse, and this is, like, related because they're, like, friends, but I always think of Kate.
Oh my god.
Because was it the album cover for, or is it the cover for, not the album cover, it's a cover for something.
Yeah, I think it was.
Let me check. It's a cover for Get Better.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's Get Better, but I don't want to say it. But it's not that.
No, it's just funny. I don't even know why. It just pops into my mind every time I hear, like, that it's so, like, yeah, that it's this song.
But yeah, it's just essentially saying, like, she's okay. Like, the lyrics are kind of like funny because it's like talking about his sports car and talking about how he's got, like, a lot of money and how he, like, is on drugs and, like, you know, has famous friends, like, essentially that he's, like, trying to show off, and she's like, stop it, like, I am way better than you. Like, you should not be, like, bragging to me like that, like, trying to impress me this way that you're like, oh my god, I have all these things. And she's like, well, I've played Wembley Stadium, you know, like, I'm Joan of Arc, like, I'm way better than you, so, like, why are you doing this?
It's like, I don't know, it's really yeah, just like the rebuttal she has to it is really like, that would be the biggest flex ever, for someone to come up and be like, oh yeah, I'm, like, so good at blah blah blah, and you're like, yeah, well, yeah, I've played Wembley Stadium, like, what?
It's so funny.
Like,
she's literally just shitting on this guy the whole time, be like, you have a big ass ego and I'm never gonna date you, so why do you think you're impressing me? It's hilarious.
Maisie P, and it's the lyrics that are like the verse, like, tell me more about your money, babe, drop them O's, and while you're at it, drop a name and then bum a smoke. Did someone drop you as a kid, or is that coke? No, really, really, oh, really, oh. Like, the verses are fun. And did someone drop you as a kid, or is that coke? Like, that's the one I've seen over TikTok, and everybody being like, oh, Maisie went in. Like, Maisie is not afraid to, like, just be chaotic, and or, like, say these things, and it's like, yeah, that's what makes it so fun, though. Like, I think
I definitely encountered these kinds of men in my life too. Like, they have, like, sports cars and money, and they think they're better than everyone, but really they're, like, the worst kinds of men, and because they're, like, so full of themselves. And so it's really funny that she just made an entire song making fun of those kinds of men, which I love.
I think on first listen I was a little bit unsure of. I think just because it's a lot more.
It's a different sound than we are used to hearing Maisie.
Yeah.
With.
But the more I've played it, the more I really like it, and the more diving into lyrics, I think, as well, also helps with, like, a song that's completely different if you understand the lyrics and the, like, more of the story of the song. Sometimes I feel like that helps, like, bring it back to,
I
like,
feel like listening to the lyrics and understanding them has made me like this song more. I still think out of, like, all of the songs, this is one of my least favorites. Just because, like, I don't like the sound as much, but it also, I think it was, like, near the bottom when I first listened, and now it's, like, you know, creeping its way up, because I think it's kind of that kind of song that grows on you.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe one day it'll be my favorite.
Honestly, iconic. If it ever happens, let us know. I'd love to see what, like, it's just climbed up in overtime and it'll finally be there.
Okay, so the next song is Truth Is. So this song is probably one of my favorites. Okay. I thought I really liked the sound. I honestly thought that this song, maybe, like, the sound of it, like, it sounded like it fit it might have fit better on You Signed Up for This.
Okay, yeah.
But I still absolutely love it. I think just like, I don't know, I love the sound of, I love songs with this kind of sound.
Yeah, with the You Signed Up for This vibe, like, do fully get where you're thrown at. Like, it does give off that like energy and that sort of sound. No, there's like two different parts to this song. I think it's like it's a very real song, but it's like it's the lyrics that are. This is one of the songs where, like, if you have appreciation for the music and the sound to it, like if you read into the lyrics more, then you're gonna have even more of an appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Because what it talks about, like just like the lyrics, like, "Hey baby, all I ever did was care. You played a better game of musical chairs." Like,
oh my god, that's such a beautiful line.
it's like, geez, I don't know. God, there's like the whole deluxe tracks are filled with these like beautiful lyrics, and it's I don't know. This is just one that, like, truth is, on first listen, like beyond like Guy on a Horse, I think Guy on a Horse, I was like, okay, not sure. Truth is was the one that I think first listen didn't hit me, but it kind of passed up without me realizing that it was as like deep as it was, because it was like I was listening to it, but then the second listen, when I went through the lyrics, I was like, okay, this is so much more than I understood it to be. And not that the lyrics didn't get to me, like, not that I didn't understand the lyrics, but like just listening to it for the first time, it was like I just didn't have enough appreciation for how good the lyrics were and how good the story was.
Yeah, I love the outro on this as well. Like, I just think it like makes the song hit that much more, like especially what she's saying in the outro. I mean, it completely complements the rest, and the song is pretty much about, like, you know, I loved you so much, and you like didn't care. You like, you think that you think that we can still be friends, and that I don't care that you broke my heart, but I do care. The truth is that you did, and I like hate that you didn't love me, and I can't like deal with that.
That's sad. God.
It is sad.
Sad music is the best. I will forever say that.
I know.
Sad music that doesn't sound like sad music is also iconic. Because then you can vibe to it while also like being like completely torn apart by the lyrics, but the sound of it is like
it doesn't
awesome.
sound that sad, but it is like really good. Yeah. There's not so much to say.
The outro, literally what you said, does like sum it up. Like, it's truth is, you were the blow behind the bruises. You weren't in love, and if I could undo it, I'd never have been yours to ruin. Who got off with no court, no blame? Who is out there living with no shame? Who took my very worst fear and proved it? Truth is, you did. What a beautiful outro. The bridge as well. Like, did I rile up all your demons? Did I give you any reason, or did I love you? Did I just love you? Was it useful? Was it worth it? Did you think that I deserved it? Because I didn't. I just loved you. Like, it's just sad.
So yeah,
it's
yeah, it's it's a really good song. I think I don't know, this song is just so beautiful, and I think the more I listen to it, the more I'm gonna love it.
No, I agree. Truth is.
Truth is. And now we're going to go to the last song, which is called The Last One.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's actually the last one. So, wow.
It is,
that's like
it is
groundbreaking.
The last one. And it is the last. Oh my god, groundbreaking. This is my favorite song.
Okay.
This is like, there's something like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of crack Maisie put in this song. But like, the literal sound of it, like, it takes you to heaven, and it just like the lyrics are so, they're relatable for anybody. I mean, like Maisie has said that like she wants us to think of her when when we listen to the last one, which is cute. Because I probably like do a little bit, but also like think of like your friends and like the people you have in your life. Like you're always gonna support them forever and ever and ever, no matter what, you know.
Mhm.
And it's really cute. And I think it's just gonna be so nice have the song play and have like the whole crowd scream back at Maisie like I'm your number one fan. Like I'll be the last. I'll be stood on the bleachers all alone after the crowd's gone. I'll be the last one. Having an entire crowd scream that at you is gonna like change the trajectory of Maisie's life.
It's I've already seen. Well, I seen Mal's tweet about it, and it was like obviously the so after the crowd's gone, I'll be the last one, and it was like Mal standing at the barricade, like after the show. But like I can already tell this is going to be like one of those TikTok. Obviously, everybody does those. There was I can't remember what sound it was, but it was like after the show, they're like kind of stuck, like fully dissociated like with the sound, but like it's like to show that it's like over and stuff. But it's going to be one of those ones where it's going to be like pack up time, and they're going to be standing at the barricade, and this song's going to be like, so after the crowd's gone, I'll be the last one. It's like going to be one person at barricade, and it's going to be one of those. I can see already. But I think this song topic is very relatable to like everybody. Like everybody's been there, where it's like, even if you've not been there yourself, you most likely know someone who either feels this way or maybe like you've seen it in them. But it's like the whole, obviously, like believing in someone who like has lost hope like in themselves, or like in the world has as well. So it's like there's definitely so many people in that situation, and there's nothing worse than like,
and there's so many people who have friends in that situation who can be like, you might not believe in yourself, but I believe in you, and I hope that's enough. And like that is so, I don't know, like it's such a good song to have. And like I talk about songs I want played at my wedding, and this is one of them. So
oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's a song that is gonna mean a lot to people. Like even,
and I mean it doesn't hurt that like the sound of the song is so good. Like it's just incredible.
It's just the message behind it is, I love songs like this personally, and the lyrics again are like a positive, and it just like, even if you're taking the and not just using it for like the whole like kind of meaning of like the after crowds gone blah blah blah, like if you look at all the other lyrics as well, like and actually take them in, it all obviously adds to that same kind of topic point, but they do it in such a beautiful way. And just to like end the lyric, just to end it with like, obviously how she's ended it is very, very good. And I think this is the only song, if we go back to like just the normal Good Witch, I think just having like, obviously History of Man still is a really good closer, but I think
but this is also a good closer.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think we were saying at the start. Like both of the album on its own feels complete, and the album with the deluxe feels complete as a deluxe, and that is what a deluxe should feel like. And the fact that we can see History of Man as a closer, but we can also see the last one as like a perfect closer for an album, is like proves that point, right?
It's literally like, it's pretty much in the terms of the set list, the track list. It does feel like an encore. Like you go off after History of the Man, come back on for Holy Revival, through to Truth Is, leave after last one, and that's the night done. Like that, it does. Like that's how it feels, and it's stunning. And there's not many people out there that could say they could write how Maisie writes, like, and to create like such an organic kind of loop and feel to an album, as well as a deluxe, combined. Like it's not many people can do it in the way that Maisie has done it here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because probably this is the album that we're like, Maisie's grown at such an extreme rate, and it's like this is like one of the albums where you look back on and be like, wow, remember how like we were fans of Maisie when she was like this size. And I don't know, I'm like obviously proud of her. It is always sad, you always have that sad really like thoughts about just
slay.
But it's really good, and it's just shows you how amazing she is as like an artist. And it just goes to show, because we've not had any like negatives about it, and I promise there's we're not just being biased. Like they're actually, sure, there's some like things like the bridge we spoke about and everything, but there's just nothing that's like outstanding that ruins the experience of the music.
I completely agree. So that is the last track on the Good Witch Deluxe. Then we've gone through all of them, which is crazy. I don't know if there's much more to say. I think that pretty much covers it. Jack, do you have anything you wanted to say about the album? Maybe we could do rankings.
Yeah, rankings. I'm not fully sure if these are my like definitive rankings, because I feel like this album is going to change a lot. But like these are our rankings at this point in time. So these are, I was recording them on the 28th of October. This is our rankings for this.
I also
time.
posted a ranking on Twitter, and I'm curious that what I'm gonna say now and how different it's gonna be, because I literally posted that ranking like after I listened to it once. Like that was it. So,
okay, I'll pull it up, and when you're saying it, I'll.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
I was about to pull it myself, but that's a better idea.
What did you tweet it? Obviously on the 27th.
Oh, I put it on the Music Shack Twitter. It's the most recent tweet on the Music Shack Twitter.
Yeah, check out hashtag. Oh, I'm so bad at Twitter.
Check out
Twitter. Music Shack.
At Music Shack on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it up.
Okay. So my favorite is the last one, I would say. Probably the next favorite is Truth Is. And then Holy Revival.
Okay.
And then Yoko. And then Guy on a Horse, and then the song.
Okay. So that's a little different. So you've got the last one first. Holy Revival second.
Okay.
Truth Is third.
Okay.
So they've swapped, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Yoko, so that's there. And then you have the song and Guy on a Horse, so they're switched as well.
Which makes sense to me, I think. Yeah, I think I like Guy on a Horse better than the song. They're all really good, but yeah, I think that makes sense.
It's hard to rank songs like that when the album or the project is so good, because it's like none of them are bad.
What do you put on the like?
Yeah.
To me, like the last song's not bad. It just something has to go on the bottom, you know.
Just stick them all at one. Oh gosh. Okay, I've not actually written down a ranking or anything. I think I should have done that. I just with like been trying. It's been changing throughout the day as well. So
it's okay.
I'd have to say probably Holy Revival.
Okay.
I think probably Yoko. So second Yoko. Maybe probably third, the last one. Fourth. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard. Fourth, this song. Fifth, Truth Is. And sixth, Guy on a Horse.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Again,
I think that's fair.
Just like none of them are bad. And that's still changing. Guy on a Horse has grown so much on me. It's still six, obviously, but like if it's grown that much, like if it's grown from like being really unsure about it to like liking it a lot, it's still gonna be growing on me. So it's gonna definitely change. So maybe in a couple of weeks' time we'll maybe do an updated one. But just check our socials and check our like our combined social as well. And
Yeah,
what
sometimes
do
we tweet random stuff, and I tweet random stuff. Like a few days ago, I asked if you guys had any artists that you want us to review, because I have a feeling that once after 1989 and stuff, there'll be some downtime where we won't have anything to talk about, so we could do like listening to artists that we want to like do full reviews of that you guys want us to like listen to. I think that would be fun. We already got one suggestion, Jack, so come on.
Did we?
You know.
Oh my god, sorry, I don't check our socials. Wait, what did we get?
We got Muna. Someone.
Oh
Robin
yeah.
asked us to do Muna.
I'm actually very new to Muna.
Yes.
So that's a good one. That's what's such a good idea. Deep dives into like instead of doing like one each like we did with Biba Doobie and Chelsea Cutler. If we do like a deep dive for an episode, even if it's like 30 minutes, into like an artist and their discography, and then like even if we both like them going into it, like it gives us a better understanding of like the lyrics and the like songs. It's good because then that's interesting. Okay, so Robin suggested that one, and we will do Muna.
Yeah. And obviously we have news segments in our podcast usually. If you're new here, we usually update you guys on news in the music industry. There's just like nothing going on right now other than new releases, so we're doing these deep dives into the new releases. If there was stuff going on to talk about, we would have brought it up, but there isn't, so
this is all we have for you, is Taylor and Maisie at this moment in time.
It's like that time before Christmas where nothing happens, you know?
After Christmas we're gonna be flooded.
I know, that's like the first week of January, everything starts going.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
Well, make sure you're subscribed for then, or not subscribed.
Yes.
Rating the podcast as well. I just forget about Spotify.
Yeah, subscribe, follow the podcast, rate it, give it a like, whatever. I don't know. Do all the things, and thank you for listening and making it this far to the end.
And let us know your rankings in the description, in the comments, or tweet at us, or Instagram us, or join the Discord. It's there.
Do that. Very important. Thank you for listening. We will see you guys next week. We really appreciate it. Bye.